Hi Arshil,
Hello, sir.
congratulations for being placed at Merito.
Thank you, sir.
You are brought up in a place which is an island versus the mainland. How is the life different by the sea than the land?
In my childhood, I've never seen pollution in my life. The most important thing of Andaman is that if we want to see the shorter form of India, we can see in Andaman.
Wow.
That anyone can come from anywhere and have a good life in Andaman.
So tell us about that, the whole journey of deciding to move away.
Since childhood, I knew that I'll go outside of Andaman and have a further education because my parents are very strict on educations. My dad is a teacher, so he always told me that for education you can do anything because I don't want my parents to finance me like for further educations.
So I think this is very common in boys. I also felt something similar while I was in 12th standard. There was no reason that I had to think that whether my father would support my education, but it just came as an instinct that I should be independently spending my money. I should be earning enough that I want to spend. What was your inspiration doing a business education?
मार्केटिंग में मैं जब सोच रहा था, जो मैंने अभी बोला कि मार्केटिंग तो ऐसे ही हो जाएगा, यहाँ वहाँ देखने से हो जाएगा, फिर मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि नहीं होगा. मार्केटिंग इज़ बियॉन्ड आवर थॉट्स. लाइक वी शुड बी वेरी क्रिएटिव टू बी अ गुड मार्केटर. लाइफ में बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स आएंगे, लेकिन उससे डरना नहीं है, उसको आगे लाइक बढ़ते रहना. उसको इन इंटरव्यू इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू विल हैव ओनली 10 to 15 मिनट टू एक्सप्रेस योरसेल्फ. बहुत भी अच्छे हो आप, तब भी आप सेलेक्ट नहीं हो पाओगे क्योंकि आपने 10 मिनट में कन्विंस नहीं किया उनको.
Understood that what do we do in life as we grow? We try to find the better truth every day.
Yes.
हमें एक सच पता है और वो सच बदलता रहता है. So based on the knowledge and the awareness that we have, our truths keep changing as we grow in life. More the people curious are, their truth, they'll find out better truths in life. Hi Arshil,
Hello, sir.
congratulations for being placed at Merito.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the podcast Beyond the Placements. This podcast is basically intended to not just focus on the package, the company, the brand, the placement, but the intent of this podcast is to understand your journey beyond this placement and trying to uncover what decisions you made in life, what was your educational journey so far, what other factors inspired you in the journey, and how it all shaped for what has it become today. So that's the whole intention. We'll deep dive into that. And once again, I welcome you to the podcast and congratulations
Thank you, sir.
for achieving your success. So to begin with, we'll chat a little bit about your the company that you have got into, Merito, and about your profile. So for our audience, can you share what is Merito?
Merito is a SaaS-based enrollment automation system that help organizations to attract, engage, and convert students. So, sir, basically, Merito is a admission management software because nowadays what happen in colleges, it is very much difficult for different teams to work differently. So, Merito found this gap and tried to solve this gap by integrating all the departments together. Like admission team is working for the conversion of students and marketing team is for running the campaigns and attracting students.
Right.
So basically the Merito will solve the problem of integration. Like admission team will run a certain campaign, from there the lead will be generated and those lead will be useful for the admission team so that they can engage with the students in a very good manner and can retain and can get them to the universities where they want it. And talking about my role in Merito is management trainee customer success. So basically customer success is like of maintaining long-term relationship with the customers. People usually have misconception of customer success representative and customer service. So basically I also have that personal doubt about customer service and customer success. But when I read the JD and I gone through it in a very deep manner, then I found the like proper answer that what is customer success and what is customer service.
Right.
So basically, customer service is a reactive approach where a customer calls the team of customer service and raise the complaint if they have found any complaint in the product.
Right.
But
the way it used to happen in call centers or whatever, कोई टीवी खराब हो गई है तो कस्टमर सर्विस में कॉल किया, कंप्लेन रजिस्टर किया, and then you get the guy to service your TV or fridge or whatever it is.
and the other customer success is an entire different approach. Like it is a proactive approach where we as a customer success representative will be approaching the customer by knowing their business, like how they are functioning, and if they are getting the positive outcomes or not, if they are achieving the goal or not. We are working for maintaining a good relation, because software company is based on the subscription based, like yearly subscriptions happen, quarterly subscriptions happen. So basically our work will be to maintain those customers with us in a long term. Like if they have bought today our product, they should continue with us until they are in this business. So maintaining long term relationship and upselling is also the part of customer success, upselling and cross selling. So this is a proactive
So
approach.
you will ensure that the customer whosoever gets onboarded to the platform and to the organization remains with the organization for a longer term, and you also help them achieve their goals that they are looking forward to from your solutions that you're looking at. Great. Great explanation of reactive versus proactive approach. Why do you think the change in approach has come to the industry? What do you think the reason could be?
So basically what happens to reduce the churn rate, like what happened if I buy any product and I found the product as damaged or it's not of my use, what I have thought that this product will be able to solve my problem. And so for that the companies couldn't have any kind of solution to solve the problem if the product is not like, if a customer buy a product, they want some kind of result out of it. But and many times happen that if me as a customer I buy a particular product and मेरे को उसका like वो product मेरे लिए useful है, लेकिन मेरे को वो उसको कितना useful है मैं उसको पता नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, like misconception मेरे mind में like आ रहा है. To solve this problem, customer success has come to like main light, like where I'll tell about the product in a detail when the product has been purchased by the customer, like how they can use in the certain way so that they can get a positive result out of it.
Yeah, the whole intent is that the customer drives the optimal satisfaction out of the product or service that you are delivering. Interesting. So yeah, we'll come back to understand more about the organization, and also would be very interested to understand how did you get into this. But I have to go back in time, and so that people can connect the dots. Let's go back in time and understand where have you come from. Tell our audience that where have you come from, and what's your upbringing looks like.
So basically my born and brought up is from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It's like 2,500 kilometers far from Ahmedabad. Andaman is a archipelagos of islands, like it has total 572 islands in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and all are not habited. Only 20-25 islands are habited. Like 20 to 25 islands in which people can live, and other all are under the government. So basically when I think about my childhood, a beautiful picture comes on my mind about a sunny day, glowing beaches, and I remember running on beaches barefoot and playing cricket, exploring nature, talking with my friends, spending my quality times with my parents, and many more. Like then at that time when I was too young, like maybe on my 4th or 5th standard, I was not very much focusing on my future and was not thinking like
obviously
others.
not.
Yeah, like right. People used to have an aspiration that they'll become pilot, they'll become doctor. I was very confused. I don't know about anything. Like I was living the moment. Like अगर आज अच्छा है तो बाकी आगे अच्छा ही होगा ऐसे. I was just enjoying the moment what I'm like. Then gradually when I went to higher standards like 9, 10, 11, I started feeling about like कुछ तो करना है, like कुछ सोचना है आगे के बारे में कि क्या होगा, like future क्या है, कैसे करना है, खुद के ऊपर थोड़ा like I started preparing about.
How was your schooling? मतलब you went to CBSE, ICSE, or you had some boards there?
No, like from standard 1 to 12 I was in same school.
Okay.
St. Mary's School, and it was a convent school, CBSE based.
Okay.
So when
And
I
how
was
were you as a child there? You were a scholar, or you? How much did you score in 10th example?
10th exam, like let's start with the beginning. Like from my 5th to 9th class, I had a 3 phase in my life.
Okay.
5th to 9th, like I was not very much serious about the studies. I was just passing, like I was just getting the
जा रहे हैं
passing
school
marks,
and all that.
like 40 marks in just passed. That was the scenario. Then when I came to 9th standard, at that time my sister also came from, like, after doing engineering. So
Okay.
she started me, like personally, she started coaching me and telling about what think about future, do something you can also do. Like she motivated me a lot. So from then I started studying, like not only studying books, but also like having a long-term goal. I set some goals, like I want to achieve something in future.
So
And
your
from 9th,
sister inspired you
Yeah.
to take learnings more seriously and okay, interesting.
then from class 9th I started like scoring good marks. Like from 40 I came to 60 in 9th class, and then in 10th class 80. Like I scored
Wow.
80% in 10th. Then I took science as my subject, where I have, usually people take science, maths and chemistry,
Right.
PCM, physics, chemistry, maths. But I took physics, chemistry, maths and biology.
All four together.
All 4, yeah, and plus English. So my all 5 subjects were packed. Like every subject I have to give equal attentions and
Yeah,
everything.
generally I think when we go back to school, लोग ये सोचते हैं कि कोई एक सब्जेक्ट तो हम ऐसा इजी वाला रखते हैं so that we can score better and but you were confident enough to choose कि I'll crack this.
Like I
Okay.
chose all the major subjects of science. Then in 11th class and 12th class, like my like interest was more on physics and maths. Like I started loving physics. Like my tuition teachers were also very great at that time. So they made physics very easy. Like it was, and कुछ याद करने को ही नहीं था उस टाइम फिजिक्स में. ऐसा हो गया था कि लाइक समझ रहा हूँ और ज़िंदगी भर याद रह रहा है मेरे को.
Oh, wow.
ऐसे मैं पढ़ने लग गया था फिजिक्स को. Concepts, like detailed concepts, nothing to mug up.
And was it because of the teacher or was it something else that your interest? Yeah, how did you? Look, it's not easy for everyone to do this. Conceptual clarity होना और उसको खास करके कई लोग तो ऐसा होता है कि बस वो एग्जाम तक याद रहता है उसके बाद भूल जाते हैं. But what was that? If you have to say what was different, then what was it?
Like I was able to relate everything with nature. Like physics is all about the reality, the gravity, the reflection, refraction, everything we see in our daily life.
Can I say that you were good in imagination and application?
Yes. Like I always imagine the things, like whenever I encounter anything, like I imagine first, like how this happened, or what is a, like I was like, मेरे को आंसर चाहिए था कि ये कैसे हुआ है. तो वो
Curiosity.
हाँ, तो वो मेरा CBSE की बुक्स में आंसर मिल रहा था मेरे को उसका. लाइक कैसे लाइट पार हो रहा है ग्लास से. लाइक सी में जैसे मैं, लाइक आई सेड दैट आई वाज स्पेंडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम ऑन बीचेस. सो व्हेन आई, लाइक जब सनरेज जब सी में गिरता है तो वो ऐसा लग रहा है कि पानी बहुत कम गहरा है, लेकिन वो
अच्छा.
रियलिटी में रिफ्लेक्शन की वजह से ऐसा लगता है कि वो लाइट उसमें जब जाता है तो वैसा लग रहा है कि रिफ्लेक्शन की वजह से लगता है कि वो कम
Surface
गहरा है. हाँ,
comes up.
लेकिन रियलिटी में बहुत ज़्यादा गहरा होता है. तो हम कूद जाते थे तो हम डूब जाते थे उसमें. तो फिर मेरे को पता चला कि कैसे मैं डूब रहा हूँ. तो
Because you
दिख
were
रहा
so
है.
close to nature, so understanding the forces of nature was more easier for you, and because you were able to also apply it at the same time.
तो वो मेरे को
Interesting.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगने लग गया था. लाइक फिजिक्स, मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री थोड़ा टफ था मेरे लिए, बट फिजिक्स एंड मैथ्स वेर वेरी लाइक इजी सब्जेक्ट्स फॉर मी. एंड आई स्कोर्ड हाईएस्ट मार्क्स इन फिजिक्स, लाइक इन ऑल ओवर सब्जेक्ट्स.
Nice.
Like I scored around 85 in board, CBSE board 12th.
So tell me, how is the life different by the sea than the land?
Sea and the land.
मतलब you are brought up in a place which is an island versus the mainland.
In Andaman, I would like to show the positive side also and negative side also, both the things.
Right.
Like talking about first the positive side of island, living in islands. So like since like my childhood, I've never seen pollution in my life. Till my age of 18, like I was in the nature, like no harmful surroundings, everything was very clear, like, and there was a lot of peace in my mind, like
Okay.
from starting of my career I have shown only peace, like I was waking up in peace, I was like in night it was a very peace moment in Andamans and everything. And the most important thing of Andaman is that like every culture, every religion, every like geographical distribution is shifted to Andaman, and we call Andaman as mini India because
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
because
So you have people from across cultures and
Yeah.
diversities.
yeah,
Okay.
like we have a population of around 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs only, but we have multiple like segments of culture. Like if we want to see the shorter form of India, we can see in Andaman.
Wow.
Like every festival is being celebrated, everything is done in the same way. Like different states celebrate in India. There,
Wow.
so this is a most like,
Nice. Super awesome. I was not aware of this.
and we speak Hindi only. Like I don't know any other language, only Hindi. Like I am a Malayali, but I don't know Malayalam. I know only Hindi and English. So this is the beauty of Andaman, that everyone speaks in the same language, so that it is very much easy to everyone understand each other.
Right.
There is no regional language or no other any language to, like, we can. It's an example that anyone can come from anywhere and have a good life in Andaman.
Lovely.
Then talking
Right.
about yes, in Andaman there is no like exposure like we get in mainlands of India. Like in Andaman, there's only government job is more famous, and everyone has an aspiration that after their graduation they'll join government jobs and do better in
Okay.
life, because it's a safety.
Obviously,
and it's
the
also a good
corporates
thing.
and the
Mm.
privatization is little lesser, so you won't have much opportunities. So
They-
do you think like most of the people come to mainland because of this reason?
Yes, like everyone cannot get government job. It's a reality.
Right.
So people choose their second option as corporate there. Like if they didn't get the government job, they'll pursue MBA or do anything else and get a private job outside Andaman and have a good life. So this is a conception of every
Right.
citizen.
What was
in
your
Andaman.
trigger of moving? When did you move away from Andaman?
Right after my 12th standard, I was of
Okay.
18, 17 plus, we can say that. My birthday was still like was
Okay.
to come when I went out.
So tell us about that, the whole journey of deciding to move away, and was that well planned? Was that a random thing that came to you, or was that you were not left with any choice, that you had to do this?
Like I said that since childhood, I knew that I'll go outside of Andaman and have a further education, because my parents are very strict on educations. My dad is a teacher, so he always told me that for education you can do anything. You can go anywhere, everywhere. Like
That
there is
respect
no
for education
boundaries.
is very
Yeah,
high.
yeah. For education, there is no boundaries in my family. As I said that my sister is also an engineer. She had completed her college from Bangalore, so I knew that I'll also go out after my schools. So basically, I was not very much prepared about engineering. That I'll be going in engineering background, but due to as I said that I loved physics, and everyone was in my family, everyone was engineer. So I took engineering as my graduation subject, and just because the instant what happened in my like life, based on that I took decision to take engineering.
And what did you do in engineering?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Okay. From
Amity University, Kolkata.
Amity, Kolkata. Oh, so you went all the way to Kolkata from Andaman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then my new journey started. Like everything was new in Kolkata. Like whatever I was experiencing in Andaman was entirely different scene came to my life. Like it was a proper shift of everything.
Yeah, I can imagine your lifestyle to, I think, people interaction, to the culture also, I believe. Of course, language could have been, but yeah, uh, what was the struggle?
Like in the starting phase, for like 1 year from first year of engineering, I faced a lot of problems. Like I was staying in hostel and everything. Like, बहुत डरावना था मेरे लिए वो. Like मैं हॉस्टल में रह रहा हूँ अकेले, कोई नहीं है मेरे घर वाले, कोई नहीं है साथ में. It was very difficult for me to adjust, और साथ साथ में पढ़ाई भी करना था मेरे को.
Right.
तो वो मल्टीपल चीज़ हैंडल करने की मेरे पास वो टाइम पे लाइक उतना वो नहीं था, मेरे गट्स नहीं था कि मेरे पास कि मैं सब कुछ अच्छा कर लूँ. लेकिन एज टाइम पास्ड, व्हेन आई एंटर्ड सेकेंड ईयर, आई स्टार्टेड अडॉप्टिंग माई सेल्फ टू द एनवायरनमेंट एंड लाइक मेरे को एक चीज़ पता चला है कि दोस्त बना लो कहीं भी तो सब कुछ ईजी हो जाता है. सो लाइक इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ गुड फ्रेंड्स विथ यू. अगर आप बाहर रह रहे हो, आपकी फैमिली वाले नहीं हैं साथ में, अगर अच्छे लोगों से दोस्ती किया है आपने, वो आपको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं सब कुछ के लिए, तो आप कंफर्टेबली फील करोगे, आपको आपका घर ही लगने लग जाएगा वो.
राइट, कोई आपको चाहिए जहाँ से आपको अपनापन महसूस होता है. दैट ओके, समवेयर दैट वार्मथ एंड द फीलिंग इज मस्ट wherever you go, and because you get it at home majorly, that's why you feel homesick for that. But if you are able to find that meaningful relationship which has warmth and affection, I think yeah, okay, interesting. So जहाँ रहना है वहाँ दोस्त. But how easy it was? What was your instinct of finding a friend?
कुछ नहीं, मेरे को ज़्यादा ऐसे लाइक रिक्वायरमेंट्स ज़्यादा होते नहीं हैं. लाइक मैं लाइक किसी से अगर बात कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे को वाइब मैच होना चाहिए. लाइक मेरे को ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि जो मैं जो एनर्जी अपने अंदर देख रहा हूँ वो सामने वाले के अंदर भी वही एनर्जी रहे. लाइक
होता है ना ऐसा कि जैसे एग्जांपल कुछ स्टूडियस लोग होते हैं तो उनको स्टूडियस फ्रेंड्स चाहिए, वरना उनको लगता है कि नहीं यार मेरी पढ़ाई ख़राब हो जाएगी, या फिर कुछ लोगों को ये लगता है ही इज़ टू सीरियस, ये मेरे साथ मस्ती नहीं कर पाएगा. तो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ चॉइसेस दैट ऑफन किड्स हैव दिस कि नहीं मेरी पढ़ाई कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं होनी चाहिए. सो ऐसा कुछ एनीथिंग?
हाँ, लाइक जैसा मेरे को जैसा लगता है कि जैसे मैं हूँ वैसे ही मेरे को सामने वाला भी चाहिए. लाइक एग्जैक्ट रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ मी. लाइक अगर मैं एकदम भी ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं पढ़ते ही रहता हूँ सुबह से शाम तक, वैसा भी नहीं है. मैं एंजॉय भी करता हूँ लाइफ को, पढ़ता भी हूँ. लाइक आई गिव इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टू एवरीथिंग, लाइक स्टडीज ऑल्सो, हैविंग अ गुड लाइफ एंड गोइंग आउटसाइड.
सो व्हाट इज़ योर आइडिया ऑफ लाइफ?
सर लाइक लाइफ इज़ इन्फिनिटी सर. लाइक कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो वी शुड हैव अ बैकअप प्लान ऑलवेज विथ अस, एंड वी शुड ऑलवेज प्रिपेयर आवरसेल्फ टू फेस द मोस्ट टफेस्ट टाइम वील फेस इन फ्यूचर. तो लाइक अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करके रखना चाहिए. अगर कुछ भी होता है फ्यूचर में तो आई विल नेवर गिव अप. दिस माई लाइक हैव अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अबाउट लाइफ. लाइफ में बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स आएंगे, लेकिन उससे डरना नहीं है, उसको आगे लाइक बढ़ते रहना, उसको क्रॉस करना.
आप मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड रहते हो हमेशा कोई भी चैलेंज आने के लिए. इंटरेस्टिंग. एज यू नो, Steve Jobs also mentioned one time that wake up in the morning and speak to your mirror and say this is your last day. And so you are facing the most difficult thing that can happen to life. And then your threats will go away कि उससे बुरा दिन में क्या ही हो जाएगा. When you have imagined yourself dying in the morning, that today is my last day. So somewhere connecting to that कि if you are ready to face the most difficult part in your life, then you will not be surprised by any challenges that come on the way. And I think failure is not getting into failure, but it's not getting up. So yeah, interesting, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers can take a note of this. Great. So yeah, you came to engineering college and you were struggling with the hostel and everything. Finally you found some friends, I think, who could basically accommodate you.
Yes.
So how was the journey then?
Then COVID came, like 2021. Like I was back to my home, my hometown, and everything went online and started taking classes in online and everything. In that phase, like in starting, like I was enjoying everything, but as time passed and the lockdowns were not opening again and everything was like very difficult, then मेरे को डर लगने लग गया कि आगे मैं क्या करूँगा इसके बाद. इंजीनियरिंग भी मेरा लाइक ऐसे ऑनलाइन में शिफ्ट हो गया था, तो मैं उतना कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं कर पा रहा था जितना मैं कॉलेज में कर रहा था.
तो आप कोलकाता से कर रहे थे या यू वेंट बैक टू अंडमान?
आई वेंट बैक टू अंडमान.
ओके.
सो वहाँ पे उतना लाइक आई वाज लाइक टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट आई वाज नॉट वेरी सीरियस एट दैट टाइम. जब कोविड आ गया कि लाइक ऑनलाइन में हो गया था सब कुछ, तो आई वाज नॉट वेरी मच सीरियस अबाउट.
कोई एसेस नहीं कर रहा है यार.
डेडिकेशन
है बहुत सारी चीज़ें.
बहुत एक्सक्यूजेज है कि अभी तो कोविड चल रहा है वैसे. लाइक देन व्हाट हैपेंड इन द मिड ऑफ माय थर्ड ईयर कॉलेज रीओपन्ड अगेन.
Okay.
So I went back to Kolkata and everything started again, like फिर से शुरुआत हो गया वापस सब कुछ का. So in the starting like in my starting sem of third year I was like बहुत बैकलॉग लग गया था. मैं मतलब बैकलॉग इन द सेंस कि बहुत कुछ पढ़ना रह गया था मेरे को. लाइक मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर किया, हाँ
आराम से उसको लेट गो करने दिया.
सेकेंड ईयर में क्या हुआ कि लाइक बहुत कुछ मैं नहीं पढ़ा जो मेरे को पढ़ना चाहिए था थर्ड ईयर के लिए. तभी मैं वो थर्ड ईयर में लाइक बाकी से कम्पीट कर
पाते. राइट.
तो वो टाइम में मेरे को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुआ कि लाइक मैं बाकी लोग को बहुत कुछ पता है, मेरे को उतना नहीं पता था. क्लासेस में जब बैठते हैं तो डिस्कशन होता है, लाइक दे हैव अ डिस्कशन विद द फैकल्टी मेम्बर्स एंड पीपल से दैट सर लाइक माय फैकल्टी मेम्बर्स यूज्ड टू से दैट यू हैव रेड दिस इन सेकेंड ईयर, सो वी विल डायरेक्टली जंप टू द हायर वर्जन ऑफ दिस. सो एट दैट टाइम आई वाज फेसिंग डिफिकल्टीज लाइक हाउ आई विल कोप अप एंड एवरीथिंग. So what I did, I started studying the second year material again in my third year, in the starting sem of third year. So it took almost one and a half months to have a like proper pace, like I should match with everyone in my class. So after that,
ये thought नहीं आया कि इंजीनियरिंग ड्रॉप कर दूँ?
नहीं, like पहले से मेरे पास ऐसा एक लाइफ में मोटो था कि मेरे को गिव अप नहीं करना कभी भी, कुछ भी हो जाए, क्योंकि लाइक आई हैव स्पेंड समथिंग लाइक 2 साल मैंने बिता दिया है और फीस भी बहुत ज़्यादा था एमईटी में. तो लाइक मेरे को ऐसा था कि मेरे को वापस तो नहीं जाना है, वापस शुरू से नहीं करना है कुछ भी स्टार्ट.
How did you fund your education? It was a loan or it was a paid?
Engineering was like paid and
Okay.
MBA is education loan. Like,
Okay. And okay. So any scholarships or anything, or you paid in full? Okay. Fair. Great. So yeah, continue.
So in my third year, like I started preparing myself for the second year. Like what should I have read in second year? So it took almost 1 to 2 months to like cope up with the other students and other colleagues. Then anyhow I managed it and I passed with good marks in my engineering. I was above 70% in engineering. So.
Okay.
Then what happened, when I was in my last phase of engineering, like my 8th sem, at that time there was a trend in YouTube and Instagram about government jobs, like IAS kind of people. They come with टशन से उतरते थे कार से, पीछे गाना बजता था. तो लाइक आई वाज
जनरली उस आई थिंक उस उम्र में पावर काफ़ी अट्रैक्ट करती है.
मेरे को लाइक आई वाज मोर टुवर्ड पावर देन मनी एट दैट टाइम.
अच्छा.
आई वांट टू बी इन अ पावरफुल पोजीशन सो दैट अगर कोई चल के जाए तो ऐसे बोले ये अर्शिल के पापा जा रहे हैं, अर्शिल की मम्मी जा रही है, अर्शिल के दोस्त जा रहे हैं. आई वांट टू हियर दैट फ्रॉम एवरीवन. सो आई फोकस्ड इन गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स. Like basically I started with SSC exams and everything. So for 1 year I struggled a lot. I cleared many exams. Then the skills test were very much difficult for me to crack. Then I took almost 1 year. I completed my engineering in 2000.
After completing your engineering, you started preparing for these government exams,
yes,
SSC and
yes,
stuff.
Yes. For 1
Okay.
year, like 2022 to 2023 January.
Okay.
So.
Didn't you go for placements after your engineering?
No, like I was so inspired with this all kind of things. So I thought that नहीं चाहिए पैसा, इंजीनियरिंग नहीं चाहिए मेरे को पैसा, मेरे को पावर चाहिए. मैं इंजीनियर बन के पावरफुल नहीं बन सकता, मैं गवर्नमेंट जॉब करके पावरफुल बन सकता हूँ. तो वहाँ पे मेरा ऐसे पता नहीं क्या हो गया, पूरा माइंड ऐसे शिफ्ट हो गया कि मेरे को अभी इसमें नहीं करना है, मेरे को पावरफुल बनना है, तो मेरे को ये यहाँ पे जाना है. और ऐसे इंजीनियरिंग छोड़ना नहीं था मेरे को. गवर्नमेंट जॉब का इंजीनियर लाइक जेई होता है, जूनियर इंजीनियर. गवर्नमेंट जॉब, गवर्नमेंट पोस्ट होता है वो, तो वो इंजीनियरिंग करके इंजीनियर्स ही दे सकते हैं वो. तो मैं वहाँ पे भी फोकस था और एसएससी में भी फोकस था, इनकम टैक्स इंस्पेक्टर में. मैं 2 चीज़ में फोकस था वो टाइम पे. दोनों की कोचिंग्स ले रहा था, दोनों जगह मैं प्रिपेयर कर रहा था. जेई मेरे से नहीं निकला. एसएससी मैंने फर्स्ट राउंड ऑलमोस्ट मैंने कर दिया था. लाइक 1 मार्क्स से मैं उसमें रह गया था. अगर 1 मार्क्स ज़्यादा होता तो मैं शायद गवर्नमेंट जॉब कर रहा होता. सो वो 1 मार्क्स मेरे को लाइक when I got failed by that only 1 marks, I analyzed myself. I took a lot of time and I have done analyze like मैं अपने आप को पढ़ने लगा कि कहाँ पे गलती हो रहा है, क्यों मैं से क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. मैंने लाइक आई वाज स्टडिंग फॉर 14 hours a day at that time.
Okay.
In the 1 year like after engineering.
Preparation में.
Yeah. So इतना करके भी नहीं हो रहा, तो कितना और करना पड़ेगा. लाइक आई वाज एनालाइजिंग अबाउट माई सेल्फ, व्हाट्स माई स्ट्रेंथ, व्हाट माई वीकनेस. आई वाज नॉट नोइंग अबाउट SWOT एट दैट टाइम, SWOT एनालिसिस, बट आई हैव डन इट like in another way.
Natural instinct.
Natural SWOT analysis.
जिस सिचुएशन में हूँ, जिस सिचुएशन में हूँ, उसमें मुझे क्या करना चाहिए.
नेचुरल SWOT एनालिसिस मैंने किया. एंड लाइक और मीनवाइल जब मैं प्रिपेयर कर रहा था, मैं एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए पॉडकास्ट लाइक आई वाज वाचिंग पॉडकास्ट ऑफ वेरियस राज शमानी, थिंक स्कूल एंड everyone other guys who were on the business kind of thing. मैं उसको इंटेंशनली नहीं देख रहा था, लेकिन मेरे को वो आ रहा था फीड में कि लाइक कैसे बिजनेस बढ़ाए, कैसे मैगी ने इंडिया में एंटर किया, कैसे बड़े बड़े ब्रांड्स बने, जोमेटो कैसे बना एंड एवरीथिंग. सो वहाँ वो मैं एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए जब मेरे पास फ्री टाइम होता था 1 घंटे दिन में, 2 घंटे, तो मैं पॉडकास्ट देखता था वो टाइम पे. सो द फर्स्ट podcast what I saw was of Think School, how Maggi made its brand in India.
Okay.
So it's basically in that podcast they have said what was the journey of Maggi and how they converted the traditional Indians to the taste of Maggi.
Right.
So during World War II in Japan, it was a huge crisis. So what people don't get any food to eat. So बहुत सारे लाइन लग जाते थे जापान में. तो क्या होता था कि वहाँ पे सबको खाना इक्वली नहीं मिलता था, क्योंकि खाना बनाने टाइम लगता है.
Right.
तो लोगों को बहुत टाइम लगता था खाना बनाने और सबको मिल नहीं पा रहा था, महंगा था बहुत कुछ. तो आई फॉरगॉट द नेम. इंस्टेंट नूडल का इन्वेंशन हुआ वहाँ पे वो टाइम पे.
Okay.
रामेन कि लाइक 2 मिनट में बन जाएगा. लाइक वहाँ पे वो मैसेज नहीं था 2 मिनट वाला, लेकिन इंस्टेंट बन जाएगा और इट वाज इजी टू फीड एवरीवन इन दैट क्राइसिस. एंड द वन हु इन्वेंटेड रामेन was like different company in Japan, and Nestle took the idea of those that instant noodles in Japan, and they started segmenting the whole world. सेगमेंटेशन किया उसने पूरे वर्ल्ड का, और दे वेर फाइंडिंग द प्लेस वेयर दे कैन ईजिली अट्रैक्ट द कस्टमर्स, एंड दे फाउंड इंडिया एज अ बिगेस्ट मार्केट. क्योंकि इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन इज़ द मोस्ट एज वी नो, एंड बहुत ऑप्शंस हैं इंडिया में. और इंडिया में वो टाइम एक गैप था कि लाइक people were not using the western kind of things. People do not have any western habits of eating like burger, momos, anything, pizza. So all were on in Indian foods only, like roti and everything. बहुत टाइम से वो खा रहे थे, कोई चेंजेस नहीं आया उनके टेस्ट.
It was a new taste for Indians.
वहाँ पे स्ट्रैटेजिकली उन्होंने लाइक प्ले किया, और उनका मेन मोटो था कि मॉम्स को टारगेट करो rather than anyone else.
कन्वीनियंट होना चाहिए
क्योंकि वो टाइम पे इंडियन मदर्स जो फीमेल्स थे वो ज़्यादातर घर में रख के खाना बनाते थे. वो दे वर नॉट लाइक वर्किंग वुमेन्स एट दैट टाइम.
राइट.
वहाँ अभी वो एक शिफ्टमेंट आया है कि सब काम कर रहे हैं. वो टाइम पे खाली मेंस काम करते थे और वुमेन घर पे खाना ही बनाते थे ज़्यादातर. तो वहाँ से उन लोगों ने ऐसे टारगेट किया कि घर पे मम्मी खाना बना रही है और बच्चे स्कूल से आए तो उनके पास कुछ क्विक स्नैक्स नहीं होता था वो टाइम पे इंडिया में.
राइट.
तो वो क्विक स्नैक को लाइक एक पोजीशन देने के लिए उन्होंने मैगी को एज अ स्नैक, एक इंडियन स्नैक ऐसे मार्केट किया, एंड वहाँ से वो वायरल हुआ. तो वो सब मेरे को लाइक कैसे
सो इंटरेस्टिंग दैट कि आपका अपार्ट फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग एंड यू आर बीइंग ड्रॉन बाय सम अदर बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजीज एंड बिजनेस आइडियाज एंड आई थिंक कैसे एक आई थिंक दैट पॉडकास्ट केम इनटू योर लाइफ एंड दैट पॉडकास्ट स्टार्टेड to you know to start inspiring you to think differently, and maybe it became it created it sowed some seeds of getting into business. Interesting. So क्या recommend podcast? आज भी इंडिया में podcast बहुत कम लोग सुनते हैं. What is your message to people who are not listening podcast today?
मैं ये like I will say that podcast is not only, don't see podcast for gaining some knowledge, see podcast just to know what happening in the world. So if you'll see what other peoples are doing, how they're making it possible, you'll have a spark inside you that I can also do anything, and I can also we can motivate ourselves by seeing someone else, because podcast is done between two successful people. So it's very difficult in today's time to meet successful people.
Yeah, because आजकल एक तरफ हम बात करें इंस्टाग्राम पे तो 1 मिनट से अब अटेंशन स्पैन जो कहा जाता है वो 12 सेकेंड्स का अटेंशन स्पैन कहा जाता है. तो अगेंस्ट दैट लिसनिंग टू अ 30 मिनट्स 40 मिनट्स कॉन्वर्सेशन, हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट पीपल विल डू दिस?
लोग अभी इतना ज़्यादा शॉर्ट्स का ट्रेंड आ गया है कि लोग सबसे ज़्यादा कन्वीनियंट उसी को उसी में लगता है कि शॉर्ट्स 30 सेकेंड्स देखो और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट शिफ्ट हो जाओ नेक्स्ट जॉनर पे. तो बहुत जल्दी माइंड लोगों का वो हो रहा है कि थोड़ा देर ही कंसंट्रेशन पावर बहुत कम हो रहा है. टू इंक्रीज योर कंसंट्रेशन, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ गुड कंसंट्रेशन.
सो आई थिंक रील्स का सुपरफिशियल स्मार्टनेस तो बना देंगे, बट तो सुपरफिशियल स्मार्टनेस बिल्ड कर देंगे, बट जो आपको कोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एक कोई टॉपिक के बारे में डिटेल में चाहिए. जैसे कि हम बात कर रहे हैं, इफ़ यू आर हैविंग अ लॉन्ग कॉन्वर्सेशन, दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन विल टेल पीपल व्हाट अर्शिल इज रादर देन मे बी वॉचिंग योर 1 मिनट reel or something like that.
Yes.
So if somebody had to know you, people can understand you more through this podcast and such more conversation, rather than just knowing super अरे हाँ अर्शिल is a nice guy, इसने कुछ example 1 मिनट का कुछ गाना गा दिया या कुछ और कर दिया, versus knowing that. Right, I think a lot of focus can be improved by listening to this podcast, and I think content, and as you rightly said कि दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है, because this is the in-depth conversation around that. Great, thank you for sharing. So Arshil, we'll move ahead and we'll come to the place where we are. Your government job preparation, and आपको थोड़ा बहुत realize हुआ कि नहीं, you missed by a mark, and you kind of, I think, decided no, this is not your cup of tea.
Yes.
Or this is not something who you want to be. What was that trigger of course you had moved from Andaman to Kolkata, but all the way coming from Kolkata to NBS in Ahmedabad, what was your inspiration of coming and doing MBA, doing a business education, and how did you discover MBAs?
So sir, as I said, I would like to start where I end. Like 1 marks से छूट गया था वो. Then I started analyzing about me, that why this happened with me. Like I have done all efforts and like I was studying for very long hours. So in finding my mistake, I found that I have some other skills also. Like
Okay.
I was like watching motivational kind of podcast and many other things. So from there I started knowing about myself that I have a skill of communication, making relationships, managing different kind of events and everything. Like personally I have managed my family events and many things, and I have contributed also to my like brother's business also, like is having a construction business. So I was like having an idea about all those things, and I knew that I was good at presenting myself, but I was not doing that. I knew that I have that hidden skill, but I was not using those skills and doing something like किसके लिए मैं बना वो मैं नहीं कर रहा था. Like मेरे को क्या बनना था उसके लिए मैं वो कर रहा था.
Right.
आई फाउंड दैट आंसर, लाइक मेरे को क्या बनना है आगे, उसके लिए मैं वो कर रहा था. लेकिन मैं अपने स्किल्स को, जो भी मेरे इनहेरिटेंट है, जो भी मैं लाइक बोल पा रहा हूँ सबके सामने, सब कुछ कर रहा हूँ मैं अच्छे से, सब कुछ इनहेरिटेंट स्किल्स है, उसको मैं इग्नोर ही कर रहा था कि ये तो है मेरे अंदर, नहीं चाहिए. फिर मैं बाद में जब ये सब लाइक हाउ द ब्रांड्स आर बिल्ड, हाउ एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आर लाइक बिकमिंग सक्सेसफुल एंड एवरीथिंग, then I found that I should use these skills, should learn more about management, like business, how the business are built and all those things. Then I have done research from where I can do this and how I can like go to the particular field after engineering. Then I found MBA as a good answer of that question. Then my like exploration for MBA started. Then I started exploring about MBA, like what are the career advantage, can I do MBA after engineering, what all the advantages and disadvantages are associated with like pursuing MBA after engineering and all those things. And I got very good answers of all those questions. Like nowadays, like it's very important to have a dynamic knowledge. Like I am a person who has a background of science, technologies, engineering. Then moving towards managing things is the complete package. Like I have
Right.
I have everything. Like I can give a solution to any technological error, or I can solve any kind of like problems on technologies and everything. At the same time, I can also contribute in building brands, building your business, how to secure your business, what's the future opportunities and everything. And also I'm a person who can present myself in front of like huge number of people as a brand, like about my brand, about the company I am working for. I can be the face who will be connecting the company and the customers.
Right. You understand both the front of the product and the back side of the product.
Yes.
I mean the operations part also.
Yes.
You can understand both the aspects.
Yes. So like after engineering, yes, we can do MBA. Like I have explored a lot and I have researched a lot, and I found that it is a very good way to like proceed your career. After engineering, we can definitely do MBA and we can get a good job also, and we can build our business also in future.
Right.
And
So now you decide to do an MBA. Now comes the next question. How did you get into NBS? How did you explore NBS?
then I found the answer that I will be doing MBA for my further education. Then the big question arises, from where I will do MBA. So as MIT was offering me, like they have a scheme that if a person is doing graduation from the college, they'll get certain amount of discount for post graduation.
Right.
So I was getting almost 20 to 30% off for my fees, but I wanted to know, wanted to explore many other colleges also, like from where I can do the best ones, and and also the ROI was the main factor where I was looking upon, because I don't want my parents to finance me like for further educations, because I believe that till engineering I have taken their help, but after engineering I'll do everything by my own. Like in between I have also done a business kind of thing also. When I was in my home, I forgot to mention about it.
Okay.
Like
So how did this thought of being independent came? Is that the story?
When I completed my engineering, I started thinking more towards maturity kind of things. Like I don't know why I was feeling ashamed to ask any kind of help, like penny from my father. Like he was ready to give anything, but I was not asking. Like I don't know why this happened, and like मेरे को खुद लाइक वैसा हो गया था कि अब तो नहीं पूछना है यार, 22 उम्र का हो गया हूँ, अब क्या पूछ रहा हूँ घर से पैसे, नहीं पूछना था मेरे को पैसे.
So I think this is very common in boys because I also felt something similar while I was in 12th standard. I don't know, all of a sudden, and trust me, there was no reason that I had to think that whether my father would support my education, would support some money or not. But it just came as an instinct that I should be independently spending my money. I should be earning enough that I want to spend. I don't know how it stems. I don't have any answer. But that one decision has totally changed the course of my journey. And you sharing the same journey, this is so much of nostalgia. Yeah.
So also like finance, like financing with ourselves is like a motivator for me. Like I knew that I have taken loan from banks for my MBA. So in my entire like cycle of MBA, I was having that mindset that I have to repay it by my own. So
Right.
I was struggling so much so that in my entire MBA journey, so that I can like repay it in like very instant way. Like in only 2 or 3 months, I would able to repay it, the whole money what I have taken from the bank. So that inspired me to have a better education in MBA and to present myself in a better way and to know more about myself so that I can express anyone else. Because if I'm not knowing about me, I cannot express in front of anyone. And in interview, it is very important that you will have only 10 to 15 minutes to express yourself.
Right.
And in that 10 minutes, the interviewer like create a perception about you, like who you are, what was your strengths and everything. So many people can't do this. Like if you don't know about yourself, you will not be able to express. And you if बहुत भी अच्छे हो आप, तब भी आप select नहीं हो पाओगे क्योंकि आपने 10 मिनट में convince नहीं किया उनको.
राइट. आई थिंक मैं जैसे कई बार बोलता हूँ कि मैक्सिमम लोग व्हेन दे आर आस्क्ड टू टेल समथिंग अबाउट देमसेल्व्स, वही एक पॉइंट है जहाँ पे वो फेल हो जाते हैं. बिकॉज हमने बहुत सारा टाइम स्पेंड किया होता है बहुत कुछ दूसरी चीज़ों को जानने के लिए, बट खुद को जानने के लिए हम इतना वी डोंट स्पेंड इनफ टाइम टू नो आवरसेल्व्स सो दैट वी जेन्युइनली कैन टेल. एंड रादर क्लीशे क्वेश्चंस लगते हैं कि टेल मी three good things about yourself, three bad things about your strengths and weaknesses. I think everybody thinks that अरे ये तो बहुत ही normal और simple से सवाल है. But when somebody genuinely understands their strengths and weaknesses, and when they say this, the interviewer know that he has discovered himself. I think that's the intent behind. A lot of people do this very, very wrong.
Yeah, there's a, like I said before also, SWOT analysis.
Right.
So everyone do this by in a natural way. It is not important that you have to do, you are doing MBA so you are learning about SWOT, about
Right.
business. It is also at the same time important that you should do your SWOT. Like what is your strength, what is your weakness, what is your opportunities you can get in future, and what's your biggest threat.
Right.
So this like I have done my SWOT analysis before MBA. It helped me a lot. Like to know about myself in a very better way and how I can like express myself in a 10-minute interview.
Interesting. So, so you were telling about your small business, a business instinct business that you started. Tell us how that linked to what, I mean, does that inspire you to, did that inspire you to get into an MBA or?
Yeah, like in the middle of my SSC journey, government job journey, like I felt I should earn something so that I can like do my basic stuffs and there is no
Pocket
need to
expenses.
ask pockets expense. So at that time I found a gap in Andaman that there is no like any particular store for iPhone. Like people used to buy like from mainland, like that's mainlands of India, and bring to their retail store and sell them off to the customer, charging a little bit higher amount.
Okay.
And at that time there was a trend of imported iPhones, like USA version,
Right.
Australian
Dubai
version,
yeah,
Dubai
unlock sim version type, yeah.
Unlocked version, like so in Ahmedabad only, वो किस्मत का कुछ कनेक्शन था, नहीं पता कैसे अहमदाबाद में ही हमें एक सप्लायर मिला.
Okay.
जो ऐसे पैक्ड आईफोन जो होता है इम्पोर्टेड वो देते हैं with bills and everything, with all the legal things.
Okay.
So I found that supplier via Instagram only. Like I was scrolling and I found the store.
Right.
And I talked with him and I said that I'll pay you online. You send me to Andamans and I'll receive it here. So the deal was always all done, and I made Instagram account named Apple Hub.
Okay.
Where I like posted every series of Apple phones with the rate. Like if you're buying Indian version, you will cost around 1,20,000, and we'll give you the USA model in 80,000, 90,000 rupees.
Okay.
So for the people of Andaman, it was like crazy. Like you are getting an iPhone with warranty, with everything in 80,000-90,000 rupees, and no difference. Like USA model is also functioning same, and Indian model is also functioning same.
Yeah.
But there is an advantage in US model that they have a Wi-Fi bandwidth, which help to increase the connectivity of normal connectivity, internet networks are much stronger than Indian models.
Indian models, right.
So we started marketing, I can say, about our iPhone, that it is best in connectivity and you will get in the good price. We are not used that cheap
so you're
word.
making all Instagram reels about it and sharing it.
No, we made an Instagram page, and we I used Canva for the first time at that time only, and I started making the post by myself and was posting. With me, one more friend was there, so we both did this, and we were getting a good amount of profit. Like in month, individually I got 40,000 and he got 40,000, so 80,000 rupees in 1 month. We have sold around 20 phones like in 1 month, 20-25
in a
phones.
month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Now also I'm doing this, but not in a very aggressive manner.
I was going to ask that, do you still run that Instagram page or
it's
do this?
still active, yeah. But we are not in very aggressive mode because we are not there in.
Right.
The other one who started with me is also in NBS with me.
Okay.
So
interesting. So you're friends. You were friends back there, and you came.
He's my childhood friend. Like we are together since we are like child. He's my school friend. So he did engineering from Chennai. I did from Kolkata. Then we both came to Narayana Business School, and we are both doing MBA now.
Wow, having friends together at school, at a college is super nice feeling, I believe.
So we are all still on that business, but we are not very aggressive. Like if we get order from, we are now not outbound, we are inbound now. If anyone asks about the product, we give them. Like we do direct delivery. They are trust now. Like we use testimonial videos, package opening and everything.
Right.
And we post in Instagram. So it's very like that business also encouraged me to do MBA and go to the business field, as I was watching podcasts also in that phase. So this all inspired me to have a good business background, then I can do much more.
So if you have to tell a quick transformational journey of, because it's almost, you are heading towards the end of this program and also got placed. If you have to summarize your journey, how would you do that?
MBA journey, I like to start. I still remember my day one of Ahmedabad. Like when I came here, it was very new. Like the culture and everything, the food habits. Because here in starting I felt that everyone eats sweet. But as a South Indian, I preferred more spicy foods and all those things. So like I was a bit uncomfortable in the starting phase, but when I entered the gate of Narayana Business School, it was so overwhelming that everyone was like, all the seniors were standing in line and they were like welcoming us to the college, to the new journey. There was a two part of world, like यहाँ पे कुछ और था और नारायणा बिजनेस स्कूल के गेट के अंदर कुछ और था. लाइक पीछे मैं घूम रहा हूँ तो मेरे को अहमदाबाद अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, और मैं सामने देख रहा हूँ तो मेरे को अहमदाबाद अच्छा लग रहा है. इतना मेरे को लाइक वेलमिंग फील हुआ जब मैं गेट के अंदर घुसा. एंड द स्टार्टिंग 10 days ऑफ जेनेसिस, लाइक वहीं पे मैं सोच के आया था कि मैं यहाँ पे मुंह खोलूँगा, लाइक मैं बोलूँगा कुछ ना कुछ, मैं हर चीज़ में कंट्रीब्यूट करूँगा. अगर कुछ भी होगा, अगर कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस होगा, मेरे को पता होगा उसका आंसर्स, तो मैं रिप्लाई करूँगा. क्योंकि मैं बचपन से ऐसा था कि मेरे को पता भी होगा तो मैं बोलूँगा नहीं. लाइक जब तक कोई मेरे सामने से नहीं पूछ रहा है कि अर्शिल बताओ क्या है, तो मैं नहीं बोलूँगा. लेकिन व्हेन आई वाज कमिंग टू डू MBA, आई सेट सम गोल्स दैट आई विल फुलफिल. लाइक इफ I'll try to express myself, I'll communicate, I'll do everything. I wanted to do public speaking, but I never did it just because of I was not assured that I can do it. But on the very first day, I still remember the Monica ma'am session. She encouraged us to speak, and I relate that कि मैं तो यही करने आया हूँ, मैं बोलने के लिए ही आया हूँ. तो मेरे को वो मिल गया कि मेरे को बोलना है. अभी जैसे ही पहले कुछ बोलने को चांस मिला, I was the first one to raise hand and answer the question. वहाँ से मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड होने लग गया. लाइक यहाँ से मेरे को बहुत मोटिवेशन मिला जेनेसिस में कि कैसे अपने आप को और बोलने के लिए मजबूर करो.
So for the audience, the Genesis is basically our orientation program, a 10-day orientation program, wherein both the PGDM and MBA people go through the whole orientation of getting introduced to their corporates in the specializations, different domains that they can understand so that they can start with the right mindset. So we believe that begin with the end in mind. So the corporates come to campus and they share their experience of, example, somebody is a CEO of a marketing company, he wouldn't share what it means to be a CEO at a marketing company, and same with finance, HR and something like that, and a lot of other grooming and related subjects also. So you are in day one of this session, and a lot of these sessions are inspiring you. What next?
Then we came to the classes, like the classes were allocated for everyone, MBA and PGDM. So in starting, like we had all the subjects, finance, marketing and everything. So it was a common year. So I remember, I would like to give shout out to Nupur ma'am. So I still remember that day when she came to the class and started talking about comfort zone. Like she draw two circles, the smaller one and the bigger one. The smaller one was our comfort zone, and the bigger one was like we are afraid to go there.
Right.
So she said that if you expand this circle, everything will come under your comfort zone.
Comfort zone.
So it will be a proper circle where everything is your comfort zone. So it can be extended. उन्होंने रब किया और वो पूरा ऐसे ही सर्कल रहने दिया, तो वो comfort zone बन गया पूरा.
Right.
Then I felt that it's so simple कि अपने छोटा वाला सर्कल को बड़ा बना दो.
Right.
तो मैंने अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर जाके सब कुछ करने लग गया मैं. जो मेरे को प्रेजेंटेशंस में बहुत डर लगता था, लेकिन मैं बोलता अच्छा था, मेरे को पता है, लेकिन मेरे को डर लगता था. तो मैं ख़त्म कर दिया वो डर. मैं बोलने लग गया खड़े होकर क्लासेस में. लाइक आई वाज वेरी एक्टिव इन प्रेजेंटेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग.
But everybody wants to take away their fear, but when they start doing that, they do not get well received by people around. Sometimes and sometimes you often, जैसे किसी को बोलने का कंफर्ट नहीं है, तो जब वो बोलता है तो शायद कभी गलत निकल जाता है, कोई हंस देता है. तो but still, how do you navigate that moment?
I also sometimes feel the same. Like if I'll say anything, if it is wrong, everyone will laugh and.
लेकिन ऐसे इनसिक्योरिटीज तो सबके अंदर है.
लेकिन लाइक जब मैं ऐसे बोलने लगा तो मेरे को पता चला कि ऐसा नहीं होता है सही में. जैसे हमें वी एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग थिंक दैट व्हाट अदर विल थिंक, लेकिन किसी को लेना देना नहीं है. लाइक वो उस टाइम सुनते हंसते भी होंगे, लेकिन वो 2 दिन बाद वापस भूल जाते. लाइक एवरीथिंग स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग. अगर आज गलती कर रहे हो और कल वो गलती को आपने अगर सुधार लिया और अच्छे से बोल दिया, तो वही लोग आपका तारीफ करेंगे एंड दे विल बी ओनली इंस्पायर्ड बाय यू. आज भी लोग मेरे क्लास वाले बोलते कि इंग्लिश में अगर इंटरव्यू होता है, दे से दैट यू आर गुड इन इंग्लिश, यू कैन डू एनीथिंग. लेकिन मैं स्टार्टिंग में मैं अच्छा नहीं था ना. मैंने भी स्ट्रगल किया है. मेरे भी इंग्लिश में वर्ड्स गलत होते थे तो लोग हंसते थे, लेकिन मैंने उसको एज अ वही लिया है कि लाइक मोटिवेशन ही लिया है कि मैं कल वो नहीं हंसेंगे, कल वो तारीफ़ करेंगे, आज वो तारीफ़ कर रहे हैं. तो यही डिफरेंस है. लाइक अगर वो कल अगर हंस भी रहा है तो वो एक दिन के लिए याद रहेगा उनको. ये कोई ऐसा कोई बड़ा डील नहीं है कि ज़िंदगी भर तक याद रहेगा, वो भूल जाएंगे.
Awesome. So now you came out of your comfort zone and you started to build the bigger circle of your life that pretty much falls into your comfort zone. How did you choose your specialization?
Then again a very big tragedy came. Everything got shuffled and everything. Like I came with a mindset of operations as my engineering background, and
right.
I got that if I'll do operations, I'll be having a good career. I can do many things. Then when I came here, I started, as I said, that there was a common subject, so I was learning every subject at the same time. So at that time, accounts was very fascinating to me. I don't know why, but credit, debit, credit what comes in, like all those stuff made me very like this is something new. Like I have learned only sin theta, cos theta, tan theta and
Right.
everything. Then I started learning this all things, banks and everything, credits, ledger, journal entries. Journal entry was like very much interesting for me. So at that time I felt that operations से अच्छा मेरे लिए finance होगा शायद. मैं जल्दी catch कर पा रहा हूँ सब कुछ. Like I scored 85 marks in my first exam of accounts. Like 2 months बस पढ़ के, और कॉमर्स वाले मेरे से कम स्कोर कर रहे हैं. तो मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि like मैं कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को समझ आ रहा है सब कुछ. तो फिर वैसे मैंने
बट आप जब आपने बिजनेस बनाने की बात कर रहे थे तो उसमें मार्केटिंग आपको एक्साइट नहीं किया?
मार्केटिंग मेरे लिए ऐसा था कि मार्केटिंग सब्जेक्ट लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, मैं ऐसे ही मार्केटिंग सीख लूँगा. लाइक
अच्छा.
मेरे को काम आ जाएगा. मेरे को फाइनेंस का नहीं पता है नॉलेज, तो मेरे को फाइनेंस का नॉलेज लेना चाहिए. मार्केटिंग तो मैं मार्केटिंग लाइक मेरे लिए ऐसा है कि बुक में मार्केटिंग नहीं पढ़ा जाता है. मार्केटिंग तो रोड में ही होता है. सेल्स तो रोड में ही सीखते हैं कैसे करना है. बस एक फैंसी वर्ड मिल जाता है कि इसका ये टर्म है, इसका ये टर्म है. तो हम हर रोज़ मार्केटिंग को एनकाउंटर करते हैं. वी एनकाउंटर मार्केटिंग एवरी डे. इफ़ वील सी एनीवेयर वील सी मार्केटिंग. बैनर देख लिया मार्केटिंग है, कुछ भी देख लिया मार्केटिंग है. तो मेरे को ऐसा था कि लाइक इफ़ बिजनेस ब्रांड बिल्डिंग करना है तो लाइक फाइनेंस का भी नॉलेज होना चाहिए. तो मेरे पास जीरो था फाइनेंस का नॉलेज, एज आई केम फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड. तो मेरे को फाइनेंस अच्छा लगने लग गया. तो फिर उसके बाद वापस ट्विस्ट आया कि जब शिवांगी मैम ने जब मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट सब्जेक्ट उन्होंने जब पढ़ाना शुरू किया, तो मार्केटिंग में मैं जब सोच रहा था, जो मैंने अभी बोला कि मार्केटिंग तो ऐसे ही हो जाएगा, यहाँ वहाँ देखने से हो जाएगा, फिर मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि नहीं होगा ऐसे. मार्केटिंग इज
राइट
बियॉन्ड आवर थॉट्स. लाइक वी शुड बी वेरी क्रिएटिव टू बी अ गुड मार्केटर. लाइक अगर तुम्हें कुछ पता ही नहीं है, तुम्हें कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं है पहले क्या हुआ है, लाइक कैसे ब्रांड्स बने हैं, कैसे सब कुछ हुआ है, तो यू कैन नॉट मेक बाई योर ओन, बाई योर
राइट. योर कॉन्शियसनेस वाज लिमिटेड बाय योर अवेयरनेस.
यस. सो फिर मैंने मैंने बहुत सारे सेशंस भी अटेंड किए. जैसे पूर्वी मैम का सेशन था एक स्पेशलाइजेशन के लिए कि कौन सा फिट होगा. लाइक आई हैव टॉक विद द मेंटर्स, शुभ्रा मैम, शिवानी मैम, एवरी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स अबाउट the same, like what specialization should I begin and how I can do. Everyone told the same thing, that you have a skill to become a good marketer, go with it and choose marketing as a specialization and you will do good. And I would like to thank everyone who told me to choose marketing, because now I feel that marketing I can, like I have a confidence that I can crack any interview of marketing now. I have so much knowledge in marketing now, like I can do anything in marketing. But
Right.
just I want to learn more working in the companies and understanding about the mindset, the behavior, more about the customer behavior and like how they deal with everything. And like I want to learn more now. इंटरव्यू तक तो हो गया प्रिपरेशन. नारायणा बिजनेस स्कूल ने मेरे को प्रिपेयर कर दिया है कि मैं इंटरव्यू क्रैक तो कर ही दूंगा मार्केटिंग का कोई भी.
राइट.
बस अभी मेरे को आगे और कॉर्पोरेट में कैसा लाइक
उसको एग्जीक्यूशन करना, उसके नुआंसेस को समझना, उसको एक्सपीरियंस करना उस चीज़ को, दैट्स व्हाट यू लुकिंग एट.
मैंने पढ़ लिया. अभी उसको मेरे को अप्लाई करना है, और मैंने अप्लाई किया भी है यहाँ पे. लाइक छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स में, जैसे अब मेरा फेवरेट प्रोजेक्ट है, लाइक मैं हर इंटरव्यू में वो बोलता हूँ, बिजनेस बाजीगर. लाइक वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का एक प्रोजेक्ट था जिसमें हमें 10 डेज़ का, लाइक वो एकदम शार्क टैंक वाला सिनारियो हो गया था कॉलेज में कि लाइक यू हैव टू मेक अ ग्रुप ऑफ 10 people, then you have to decide a business, you have to solve the problem of any like customers. And the twist was, the main thing in that masala was that कि you cannot use food item. So अभी लोग का क्या था, सबसे इजी माइंडसेट में होता है कि बिजनेस करना है तो फूड आइटम, फूड तो बिकता ही है कि कहीं भी खोल दो, ठेला लगा दो, हाँ तो वो तो खा ही लेगा, लाइक पैसे मिल ही जाएंगे. लेकिन लाइक देयर वाज अ गाइडलाइन दैट यू कैन नॉट ओपन फूड kind of business, eating kind of business, you have to sell any merchandise. So at that time it was very much like a brainstorming session happened with my group and group members, like what we can do and everything. So we found the idea of selling jewelries, the artificial jewelries. So and that also we have done something like we planned that we'll not buy from local markets like Lal Darwaza and all. We'll go with the high premium version like Giva and other brands. So we approached a brand in Rajkot called NX. So we talked with them, and we have done some kind of dealing and everything, and we said that we'll take the product in credit, and if the product goes unsold, we'll back you again with the proper package and everything. We are students, we explained everything, so they were ready to do this, because they are only present in online platforms. So we said that we'll make a presence of your
Offline.
online to offline. So they will also agree with this, and the college were offering the funds, like Shark Tank. We have to go, the sharks will be sitting in front, and we have to
Right.
pitch our product and every process, operations and everything. So we did that, and we got the highest fund that was available for the college, that is 10,000 rupees, and we started this journey, and in 10 days we have generated a revenue around 27,000. So it was our first money, we can say that, where what we earned using our knowledge of marketing and MBA.
Knowledge and execution of
Yeah.
your own
So
team.
what we learned in MBA and everything, we have executed it, and like never giving up attitude was still with me in that process also. The first day of the business, where we were not successful in selling a single item, because then we have done lot of brainstorming at night, that what's happening with us. Everyone is able to sell items, we are not even able to sell single product, because it was a higher
Value product.
It was around ranging from 800 to 1200 rupees. So it was very difficult to sell those items by setting a small table in beside road and selling to people. It was very difficult for us. So we choose the difficult one, because easy तो सभी बेच सकते हैं. अब मैं भी कुछ भी बना के ऐसे ही बेच दूंगा तो खरीद लेंगे 10 रुपए का आइटम, मैं 100 बेच दूंगा एक दिन में. मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि 800 रुपए का चीज़ रोड में बेचना, वहाँ से सीखने को मिलेगा, भले ही कम प्रॉफिट मिले, सीखने को यहाँ पर ज़्यादा मिलेगा.
Right.
So वो रात को we brainstormed a lot, and we found that why we are not able to sell. Then मार्केटिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट आया, सेगमेंटेशन, टारगेटिंग, पोजीशनिंग. सेगमेंटेशन ही नहीं किया था हमने लोकेशन ही सही चूज़ नहीं किया, डेमोग्राफिक ही हमने देखा नहीं कि वहाँ पे लोग कैसे आते हैं वो एरिया में, वो 800 रुपये की प्रोडक्ट खरीदने के माइंडसेट में आते हैं या भी नहीं आते.
Right.
तो देन वी चूज द प्रीमियम मार्केट वेयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ ताज सिद्धू भवन, एंड जैसे हमने स्टॉल लगाया, लोग का भीड़ शुरू हो गया, एंड वी स्टार्टेड सेलिंग. वहाँ पे ऐसे समझ आया कि सेगमेंटेशन, टारगेटिंग, पोजीशनिंग होता है, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कोई भी बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने से पहले.
Right. A small act, but a lot of learning for life. Yeah, Business Bazigar, I think, is very interesting, and especially going on the ground with that idea and to execute that, I think it's a real learning that any student is getting out of this. So interesting. Kudos to the team, the NBSpreneurs, who organize this event for people to have this experiential learning process. Interesting. I think we have covered your journey, and I think what has been consistent about you throughout your journey has been that one, never giving up attitude, and another is that you have been always curious to learn, to know things better. This is an interesting concept. I understood that what do we do in life as we grow? We try to find the better truth every day. हमें एक सच पता है, और वो सच बदलता रहता है. जैसे जैसे हम the more we grow in life, our truth keeps changing. So based on the knowledge and the awareness that we have, our truths keep changing as we grow in life. Right? That's an interesting concept, and I think the more the people curious are, their truth, they'll find out better truths in life and faster. So interesting. Now we come to your interview day. Describe how was your interview day. You have gained all this experience, you have collected all your experiences here. Now it's time to put that in place and finally kind of crack something that will help you start the next stage of your journey. Tell us about your interview experience.
It's my new achievement. I feel that if anyone will ask me about my achievements, I will add this point, because right after Diwali vacation, we came back to the college and we started preparing ourselves for the interview, and everything went well. At that time, Merito came to our campus for the placement.
Right.
So I still remember the day. I was walking from back to my home from college, like near the Wall of Fame place. I got a notification of Merito. I went. Still, I'm running and I'm walking and I was reading the JD, and I found this word customer success. So I felt that it's a customer service. What I'll do, like it's not my kind of work. I'll do it. Then I went home and this was stick to my mind that what is customer success and everything. Then I searched a lot and I found that this is the best thing to go for it. Then I applied for the job and it took time like 1 week or 1.5 week. In between that we had a session with you also, like about Merito, what is Merito and everything. So at that time I saw that 50 students came to that class, and it was a packed class. Everyone were like competitive and everyone were answering the questions very like what you asked and everything. Everyone was very much motivated. So I was a bit scared that I started coming to my shell again, like how I'll do it. Everyone is there, like every like top player of the college is sitting in front of me, and then I was still motivated. Then I'll do it anyway. So then the resume shortlisting happened. Like only 30 students were shortlisted from 50 students. Then I was still there. Then the next round happened. That was online registration round, where few questions were asked from Merito, like what is Merito, what's your like aspiration, then what is your long-term, short-term goals and everything. So we answered everything. I answered every questions according to me, like what I feel. Then after that, the final shortlisting happened.
Did you do a chat GPT
No.
on responding this?
No.
Okay.
I knew that if I'll do chat GPT, because there are 50 students and everyone will do chat GPT, and they're gonna have the same answer to the, like chat GPT is going to give same answer only. I knew that, but there will be some kind of paraphrasing, but the meaning will be same. Like I want to become this and that, I want to be a CEO of the company, all those kind of things.
Okay.
So but just I wrote what I feel and what I have learned in those sessions about Merito, as you said. I still also say in my definition that Merito is a SaaS-based enrollment automation system, which has been said by you, and I wrote at that time, and I still remember those things. Then I've done everything like by my mind, and then final shortlisting happened, on which only 11 students were shortlisted based on the online registration, from 30 to 11.
Right.
50, 30, 11. Then these 11 students were called for technical round. Basically my technical round happened like on the very first, like I was the first one to give technical round, second one to give the technical round of Merito. General manager of customer success took my interview. His name was Sahil Galia. So basically it was a long round of 30 minutes. Like he asked everything about me, like my introduction to my background, educational background, why the 1 year gap, then some question of Power BI, like what is Power BI, explain me how we should use Power BI, what's the importance of it. Everything, I explained everything, like asked about my projects also, what all projects I have did, then my certifications, like I have done Google Analytics, GA4 and every other. So the overall question from my resume has been asked, and it went smooth, like for 30 minutes, and then the very next day there's also a like very good story. Like I've सो के उठा 9-10 बजे सुबह, लाइक मैं उसके बाद मेरे को सुबह 11 बजे मेल आता है कि आपका इंटरव्यू अभी 12:30 बजे HR राउंड है. So I was not prepared because it was a weekend, so I felt that Monday ही होगा, अभी Saturday तो नहीं होगा. वैसा माइंडसेट हो गया था मेरा कि आज तो नहीं होगा HR इंटरव्यू. तो फिर मैंने बाकियों को कॉल किया, तो बाकी किसी का नहीं था, बस मेरा ही था HR राउंड. तो फिर मैं आया कॉलेज, फिर आके लाइक आई वाज नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड एट ऑल फॉर HR राउंड. लाइक मैंने ऐसे ही बैठ गया था बस HR राउंड में आके. फिर HR राउंड वाज बिट डिफिकल्ट देन टेक्निकल राउंड. लाइक ही वाज ट्राइंग टू नो मी एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, लाइक हु एम आई एक्चुअली. लाइक स्टार्टिंग में उन्होंने पूछ लिया कि क्या क्या पढ़ के आए हो बताओ.
जनरली लोग तो एचआर राउंड काफ़ी इजी लेते हैं, मतलब
एचआर राउंड
उनको लगता है कि इजी गोइंग होगा, बेसिक बातचीत कर लेंगे ऐसे ही।
मेरे को ऐसे लगा कि टफ होगा, लाइक इजी होगा, लेकिन बहुत टफ था। जैसे लाइक इंटरव्यू के स्टार्टिंग में उन्होंने मेरे से पूछ लिया, लाइक वो एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर थे कस्टमर सक्सेस के, तो उन्होंने डायरेक्टली मेरे से पूछ लिया कि क्या क्या पढ़ के आए हो। तो मैंने बोला कि मैंने कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है। तो बोला कुछ तो पढ़े होगे। मैं बोला नहीं, बस मैंने अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस कैसे करना है वही, लाइक आई वाज वर्किंग ऑन हाउ टू एक्सप्रेस माई सेल्फ ओनली, बट आई डिडंट रीड एनीथिंग लाइक एनी कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड एवरीथिंग। देन ही सेड दैट अगर बोल देते तो मैं उसी से पूछता तो क्या पढ़ के आया। बोला लाइक आई वाज जस्ट स्माइलिंग। देन स्टार्टेड द कॉन्वर्जेशन and asked me about my like started with my background and everything, and he asked me like what is the profession of your parents, like what they do. I told everything, and then he said that as my father is teacher, so he said me that tell me 5 things from your father and your mother what you have learned. So it was like I was not prepared for all this kind of thing, but what came to me instantly, I said like from my father I learned discipline and all those things. Then he said that मम्मी से कुछ नहीं सीखा. Then I said that I learned charity from my mother, like अगर घर में खाना नहीं भी हो और अगर रोटी एक भी बच जाए तो वो हमें ही देती है, तो चैरिटी है, लाइक दूसरों के बारे में भी. So he was a bit impressed by this answer. Then he asked me about Narayana Business School, like what you learned here, tell me 5 things जो तुम्हें अच्छा लगता है नारायणा बिजनेस स्कूल के बारे में. तो मैंने वो बताया. फिर उसके बाद लाइक हाउ वाज योर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम कोलकाता टू अहमदाबाद, टेल मी 5 things about Kolkata, what you liked, and tell me what you didn't like there, dislikes. Then same about Ahmedabad, then what you see common between both states, how you can
so basically he was trying to judge how observant and how easily you pick up learnings by observation or by learning something.
Then he asked some questions like think like Andaman students, like they have never been outside of Andaman, and tell me the perspective of Kolkata and Ahmedabad. Then I said about it, like the exposure, the metropolitan city and everything. Then came to situation based questions where a few questions were asked, like agar like 2 customers are there with like one is giving you the revenue of 1.5 lakhs and the other one is giving you of 1.5 crores. So both have with both the customer as some kind of problem has been arrived, and you are the person who is going to solve the problem. So you will give preference to which customer? He directly asked me. So I said that as a customer success representative, I will be focusing on both the customer in the same way, because both are a customer. We cannot judge them based on the revenue, because it may possible that 1.5 lakh giving revenue can generate more revenue in long term, like if they are because my work is to maintain a relationship and retain them. If I am successful in retaining them for longer times, like more than 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, they're going to give a good revenue then compared to 1.5 crores also. So I said that we cannot leave any customer based on the revenue. I'll manage anyhow, like if the work is like more tedious and more time consuming, then I'll choose.
Right.
So all this kind of situation questions were more asked, like 2-3 questions. Then in last he asked me about chess, like do you play chess? I said no, I never played chess. So he told me that how many squares are there in the chess like chessboard. So I was like scared what he asked, like I never know.
It did not come to your mind, right?
No, obviously. Yeah. Then I started counting about how many horses are there. Like I have seen the chessboard, but I've never played. So I was just counting in my mind. And at that time he gave me a hint that tell me the property of square. So I said that all the sides of squares are equal and the area of square is a square. So at that time it hit in my mind that if I count the like this how much
the length of the length of the board, of the boxes
then,
of the
then
of the
I
board.
did it and I said 64, 88. So he was like okay. then in the end he said that टेंशन मत लो, हम विश्वानंद को नहीं ढूंढ रहे, हम अपने एम्प्लॉय को
Just trying to see that can you think logically or not.
वहाँ पे HR राउंड हो गया था. Then the twist again comes that I was shortlisted for the final round, the CEO round, the third round. So this round was going to वो होने वाला था next day. Like I came prepared, like everything, like I had words with you also at that time. So I got a call that the interview is postponed. So then I went back to my PG.
Were you actually preparing for the interview during this?
Yes, sir. It was all 1.5 month process. This interview process went, and right from the day one, I was researching about the company a lot. I was having only one aspiration that I'll go to Merito only. Like other all company came, I applied also, but I was not giving I was not giving time to other companies knowing about them. Just for security I have applied. But I was only into Merito, like what Merito does. I followed every social media platform of Merito. I was just working like an employee of Merito. I was seeing every latest post.
Catching up with every post, every moment. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Right.
I was many times I saw that when they post the LinkedIn, जैसे उन्होंने LinkedIn पे कोई पोस्ट नया किया तो फर्स्ट मैं कर रहा हूँ. तो इतना ज़्यादा मैं एक्टिव हो गया था कि मैं पूरा देख रहा हूँ. उनके बहुत सारे वो है, इवॉल्व बाय मेरिटो, एलिमिनेट बाय मेरिटो, एवरीथिंग. सो आई अंडरस्टूड एवरीथिंग व्हाई दे आर डूइंग दिस एंड दिस ऑल हेल्प मी आल्सो. इन इंटरव्यू अगर मैं कहीं पे अटक रहा हूँ तो मैं मेरे को याद आ रहा है कि मैंने वहाँ से ये देखा था, तो मैं एज ए फिलर यूज़ कर रहा हूँ इंटरव्यू में.
राइट. टेक्निकली जो लोग एक रात पहले प्रिपरेशन करते हैं या 2 रात पहले करते हैं, दिस इज व्हाट द डिफरेंस इज व्हेन यू हैव अ क्लियर गोल. रादर बिकॉज पीपल डोंट डिसाइड व्हाट दे वांट टू डू, hence they don't decide कि वो कहाँ focus कर सकते हैं. And because you decided that you want to go to Merito, you put it all your focus on knowing Merito in and out. And somehow I think the kind of interview that you have mentioned, at least in HR round, there also you could have not answered had you just prepared a day before, or या कोई भी टेक्निक लगाते इंटरव्यू की क्रैक करने की, it would have, but because वो नेचुरली नहीं आ पाता.
वो मेरे को वो 1-1.5 महीने का जर्नी था, तो मेरे को वो दिमाग में फिट हो गया था कि मेरे को क्या करता है मेरिटो, क्या है बेसिक मेरे को पूरा अच्छे से पता था. तो मैं वो HR राउंड में मैं बोल पाया अच्छे से कि मेरे को ऐसा नहीं था कि रात को याद करके मैं बोल रहा हूँ अगले दिन
इम्प्रॉम्प्टू बोल.
हाँ वैसे. और उसके बाद लास्ट राउंड तो द टफेस्ट राउंड आई हैव नेवर फेस्ड इन माई लाइफ. very tough round. CEO round was the very tough round. It was kind of stress interview. He was giving me continuously बहुत स्ट्रेस दे रहे थे वो स्टार्टिंग से ही. he was knowing एक अलग सा कुछ हुआ ये इंटरव्यू में. नॉर्मल क्वेश्चंस हुए, उसके बाद फिर सिचुएशनल क्वेश्चन का स्टार्ट हुआ. तो उन्होंने पहला एक क्वेश्चन पूछा और मैंने उसका आंसर दिया सही से. उसके बाद फिर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ही आस्क्ड एंड ही टोल्ड मी टू नॉट आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन एंड वापस क्वेश्चन पूछो इससे मेरे से. उन्होंने शिफ्ट कर दिया पूरे, जैसे मैं इंटरव्यूअर हूँ, इंटरव्यू ऐसे बोलने लगे कि अभी तुम क्वेश्चन पूछो इससे. तो वो जानना चाह रहे थे कि मेरे को क्या क्या पता है इसके बारे में. वो कॉलेज था, उन्होंने ऐसा एग्जांपल दिया कि कॉलेज है, 40 लाख रुपीज़ उनका मार्केटिंग बजट है, 10 lakhs कॉलेज दुनिया एंड अदर 3 प्लेटफॉर्म्स. तो उन लोग अभी ये साल 80 लाख का बजट है, अभी कैसे आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करोगे बताओ. तो मैं आई वॉज वेरी I was not able to think at that moment in the spontaneous. So I asked him that what was the proper division of success rates, what was the conversion ratio and everything.
I think this is very interesting that in the roles where you have to deal with customers, querying and questioning is very, very important role. That what kind of questions you ask to your clients and customers to find out what is more suitable to him.